Yesterday, I made a video about being cringe, and I've also been seeing a lot of videos about nerding out. Today, I have nothing to talk about, so I'm just gonna nerd out to y'all. I'm just gonna talk about something I find very enjoyable and something very specific that I don't think a lot of people will even relate to or even know what I'm talking about to begin with. If you know what if you know what I do, outside of this, my other channels, if you follow me on my other socials, you know I've been playing Marvel Rivals a lot recently. Um, I'm very good at that game. I hit GM2 the other night, which as of recording this, it's like top 0.66% of people. So almost, yeah, I'm more, I'm very good. I'm very good at the game. Top 0.66% of people. Now, I achieved that goal on one of the worst tanks in the game. Out of all of the tanks, there's 10 of them right now, and out of all of them, I play Thor Odinson. He's my main character. He's my main tank. I love playing him, but he sucks really bad. He has a lot of weaknesses that are very easy to exploit, and his very few strengths, if not if not executed on well enough, you will just horribly lose. Um, but I love playing him. He is so fun to me. And I decided, I'm like, hey, if I'm GM2, if I'm top 0.66% of players, surely I have to be on some form of leaderboard. There's a leaderboard in the game itself of the top 500 ranked players of just any character, like any class. Just if you're on ranked, if you're top 500 in ranked, you're on this list. But there's another list for like character specifics. If you're if you're really good at one character and maybe you're what I'm looking at here is like it shows people not by their rank but just like how good they are of that character. I don't know how they discern it, but my point is this is a tracker for Thor Odinson, and this is me. I'm this one, just right above the bottom, ranked 406 out of 500. I am currently a top 500 Thor player. Now, that is an achievement in of itself. Being top 500 at anything is cool. Being top 500 at the worst tank in this game, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty cool. Uh, I wanted to talk about Thor today. I have nothing to talk about, nothing substantial. This is the biggest thing that's happened in like last 2 days. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to nerd out on Thor Odinson. He is such a cool tank. He's such a cool designed character. He's an off tank. You are never wanting to just sit on main with him. You're not absorbing a lot of damage head on. His damage mitigation is not there. What he excels at is playing on off angles, isolating targets, taking favorable 1v2s, 1v1s, maybe even 1v3s if you're feeling it, and just being a nuisance. It's about disruption. It's about being anywhere, doing anything. His kit is wonderful. What I love most about Thor is that if I need to dive, I can use my diving capabilities with my shift. I can I can do a lot of quick burst damage with just melee and right click combos. If I need to anti dive, I can just sit on my supports and just bully the enemies around with my shift, just push them around, hit them with constant CC. If I need to brawl, I can sit in the front lines. If I have another tank with me, I can do some combos. We could bully the other tanks again with my shift, which the shift is just a push. Like I swing my hammer and I push forward with it. Or I can activate my Rune Awakening and do a lot of burst damage. I think like 110, 120 per lightning bolt. It stacks up very quickly. If I need to poke, I can sit comfortably in my backline and throw my lightning with my Rune Awakening from distance, as there's no damage fall off. All it does is require a little bit of tracking, little bit of predicting. But this character, he does everything that you need at all times. I can in the middle of a team fight, I can switch whatever playstyle I want. or I can find my own playstyle to fit my own needs for that specific game. The mechanical aspect of this character may not be present given he is mostly melee based. It's Mjolnir, it's a fucking hammer. But like another character from Overwatch, which I fell in love with, being Wrecking Ball, although he's not as mechanically intensive as Wrecking Ball, the mental like aptitude you need to play these characters, the cognitive function you need, the overwhelming amount of game knowledge you need to be able to play both of those characters effectively is what draws me into them. They are both high risk, high reward characters. If you are not good with them, you can't play them. It's not like a generic, like it's not like Soldier 76 where you just need to shoot the enemy. It's not like another tank like, let's say, Reinhardt, where you just swing your hammer, hold your shield. It's not like anything. Just these doors are not welcoming. Let's say that. You need a higher fundamental understanding of the game to be able to play those characters effectively because of their weaknesses, because of how easy those weaknesses are to exploit. You need to understand cooldown management, like having good positions, being able to understand matchups, being able to understand if your team is even able to handle a solo tank Thor. The other day, I had a game, rank up game, solo tank Thor, 3 DPS, Luna, Mantis. My DPS, I'm pretty sure, were Hawkeye, Squirrel Girl, and Phoenix. So all long, all medium to long range characters, right? And then I was solo tank Thor. Luckily, the enemy team was running a dive comp. They had Venom, Psylocke, Magic, I think. And I knew if I sit on this point and I try to protect my team, I try to deal with the enemy divers, I'm gonna die because I have Mantis and Luna heals. So if I sit in the front and every one of the enemy team can shoot me, I'm gonna lose. Knowing this, I changed my playstyle to be a more of a flanking kind of tank where the core of my team, all five of my team, they stood together, they held point, and they endured the dive because they had Squirrel Girl, Hawkeye, Phoenix to just burst people down, and Mantis for damage boost. And I just went around the map. I just like old Roadhog. I went around the map by myself, and I just started picking off whoever I could. If it was supports, I would isolate the supports, take them down. I'd call to my team like, "Hey guys, they have no heals. Play as aggressively as you can." It's stuff like that. Being able to adapt my playstyle on the fly with my one character. That is in it that is so cool. It's so cool to me. And being in a position where I am, where I am one of the best Thor players in North America. That's so cool. It makes me feel like what I'm doing, especially when I help other people and I give them tips or I make videos on it, I make it entertaining. It makes me feel like what I'm doing is kind of worth it. Because if I were to just make videos on like just Thor gameplay or Thor opinions, and I wasn't good at the game, like if I was like plat or diamond, people wouldn't listen. People wouldn't care. They'd be like, "Oh, you're fucking plat. Who gives a shit what you think?" But now that I can say with proof that I am a top 500 Thor player, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know. That's such a cool feeling. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that you should really nerd out. I know I get that I'm autistic and I'm going that's what most of this is, but being passionate about something pretty nerdy is it can be pretty cool. And I implore you to not only allow yourself to explore that part of yourself, but also to be vocal about it because it is so cool. And whoever thinks it's not cool is probably lame as shit. Thank you.